Wow, that's such a cool idea to build. Why didn't I figure it out myself? Let's learn how to build Skyblock Island.
Round 1.
I'm starting construction. So today, I am building a Skyblock Island. I will go up high and start right in the air. First, I put grass block on top because islands always have grass on top. And under the grass, I place dirt. That is how ground works. First grass, then regular dirt under it. I make several layers so the island is thick, not like some flying carpet. At the bottom, I add stone and cobblestone. There is always rock under dirt. I have seen this when digging. I use different stones so it is not boring. I try to make the bottom bumpy with parts sticking out. If it is flat, then it just looks like a platform. When it is uneven, it looks like a piece of land was ripped right from the ground and flew up. Now on top, I place oak leaves around the edges. They make the island look more alive. I plant an oak sapling and throw bone meal so the tree grows. Every island needs a tree. This is the most important thing. I put oak fence around so I do not fall into the void. The fence matches the tree in color. Everything is wooden like that. Phew, it took so much effort. Great, my Skyblock Island is ready.
What? Hello?
Hey, Banana Kid, look! I built it! Do you like?
No.
What? Did I build some kind of stub? Are you kidding?
What?
And I tried so hard! Maybe then you'll try to build the best Skyblock Island yourself?
Yay!
They ran to the place. This is where your building will be. Are you ready?
Ta-da!
Then go ahead.
Round 2.
So Banana Kid is starting to build his Skyblock Island. He first makes a pillar going up to climb higher. This is the correct way to get to the right height, although he could just fly in creative mode. Now he is removing the extra blocks from the pillar so the island will hang in the air separately. Aha! He is starting to make a platform from grass block. Oh, Banana Kid is making a round shape, not a square like mine. In Minecraft, it is hard to build round things because all blocks are square. You have to place them in steps to make it look like a circle. The bigger the circle, the better it looks. Small circles end up looking angular. He is making the platform quite large, probably wants a lot of space on top. The platform is getting bigger and bigger. Banana Kid is counting blocks to make sure each side is equal. This is important for symmetry. If one side has more blocks than the other, the circle will be crooked and ugly. He is using grass block for the whole surface. This makes sense because this is the top of the island where there should be grass and plants. Now Banana Kid is going down and starting to add dirt around the edges of the platform. He is building a layer under the grass. This is correct in terms of how ground works in real life. First a thin layer of grass, then a thick layer of regular dirt. He starts from the edges and gradually moves to the center, building up volume. Each new layer of dirt he makes slightly smaller than the previous one. This creates a shape that narrows toward the bottom, like a cone or an upside-down mountain. This looks more natural than just a flat pancake. Real floating islands in games and movies are always like this, wide on top and narrow at the bottom, like they were ripped from the ground. Banana Kid continues adding dirt layer by layer. He does this carefully, trying to make the shape smooth without sudden transitions. Even though everything in Minecraft is made of cubes, if you do it gradually, the eye perceives it as more smooth. A lot of work with this dirt. The island is becoming quite voluminous. Good! Now he is moving on to stone. Using the same principle, he is adding stone blocks under the dirt layer. This is geologically correct. In real life, there is always bedrock under the soil. Banana Kid understands how earth layers work. First grass, then dirt, then stone. Good job! He knows his geology. He continues adding stone layer by layer, making the shape narrower and narrower. Stone is heavier than dirt, so it makes sense that it is found deeper. The stone layer also has a cone shape. The form of the island is preserved. Banana Kid works methodically, not rushing. This takes time, but the result will be good. The stone layers are getting smaller and smaller in size. The island is taking on the shape of a real floating island from fantasy. Wide top with grass, then dirt, then stone, and it all narrows toward the bottom. Banana Kid clearly planned this build in advance. You can see he knows what he is doing. The shape is coming out symmetrical. Now Banana Kid takes cobblestone and starts covering the very bottom of the cone. Cobblestone looks rougher and more uneven than regular stone, so it works well for the lowest part. Like the rock, there has weathered and become rough. He completely covers the pointed end of the island with these blocks. He also adds some cobblestone blocks in random spots on the stone layer. This makes the texture more interesting and varied. In nature, rocks are never the same. There are always bits of different types mixed in. Banana Kid adds realism to his island with these small details. The bottom of the island is now completely finished. Oh, Banana Kid stopped and is thinking about something, probably deciding what to build next on the island. A bare island is boring. There should be something interesting there. A building or a tree or something else. Aha! He decided to build a house on top. Not just any house, but a house like the villagers have in villages. This is an interesting choice. Those houses are cozy and simple. He starts with cobblestone for the foundation and walls. Village houses are usually made of stone and wood. This is the classic medieval building style. Banana Kid adds oak log for the corner beams and roof frame. Oak wood is strong and matches well with the gray stone in color. The contrast between the light wood and dark stone makes the house more visually interesting. He is building like the real village houses in Minecraft. You can tell he studied their design. Now he uses oak planks to fill in the walls and roof. Planks are cheaper than whole logs. This is an economical approach to building. Village houses always have lots of planks. It is a practical material. The house is small but neat, just right for a little floating island. The proportions are good. The house is almost done. Banana Kid is adding the final details. A classic villager house is what he made, with a sloped roof and simple walls. On a floating island, this house looks cute, like some hermit lives here. A cozy place high in the sky, away from everything. I like this idea. In front of the house, Banana Kid plants an oak sapling. He also spreads bone meal on the grass. Tall grass and flowers grow up. The island comes alive. The flowers and grass make the island more alive and colorful. Before it was just a green flat surface, but now there is a real little garden here. Banana Kid knows that details matter. Even small flowers add atmosphere. The island no longer looks empty. You would want to live here. Good job with the landscaping. Now Banana Kid is doing something interesting at the edge of the island. He digs a hole in the grass block and dirt, making a small pit. He puts sand at the bottom. This will be like a beach or pond floor. Sand at the bottom of bodies of water is realistic. That is how it is in nature. He is preparing a spot for water. Banana Kid pours water into this pit, making a small pond. Every island needs a water source. This is practical for survival. But he does something else clever. A waterfall from the island is a beautiful detail. Water falling down into nothing. It looks magical and epic.
Ta-da! Yay!
Where did everyone run off to? Hey guys, what's that noise you're making?
Banana Kid and I are building Skyblock Island JJ. Who did it better?
Oh, both of your buildings look great, but I think it's up to the audience to decide who did the best.
Yes, JJ, you're right. Maybe then you have comments on the construction of Banana Kid?
You built a nice island, but you built a waterfall so small from a single stream. It doesn't look very nice.
I totally agree with you, JJ. Maybe you will build a Skyblock Island?
Okay, then let's run to the place as soon as possible.
JJ, good luck to you. We'll wait in the house.
What?
Thanks, guys. Then I'm starting. Round 3. To create a professional Skyblock island, I will use commands. This significantly speeds up the process of building large structures. Commands allow creating complex geometric shapes in seconds, whereas doing this by hand would take hours of painstaking work. I enter a special command and create a huge sphere made of dirt, stone, and cobblestone blocks. The sphere came out perfectly symmetrical in all directions. This is exactly the result I was aiming for. I must admit, this is quite a genius approach to building, if you will allow me to say so about my own work. Now, I need to transform this sphere into a livable island. I use a command to remove the upper half of the sphere. This is the key moment of transformation. The result is a perfect hemisphere that will become the foundation of the island. The top part is now flat and ready for placing structures. But this is not the final form yet. There is still much work to do with textures and materials. Commands save hours of manual work. The next command replaces the top blocks with grass block. Grass should cover the surface of the island. This creates a natural appearance. Without grass, the island would look like a lifeless chunk of rock hanging in the air. Nobody would want to live on bare rocks. That would be a depressing sight. Grass block will also allow growing plants later and creating landscape design on the surface. Grass spreads to neighboring dirt blocks when there is sufficient lighting. This is a useful property. Now, I apply a couple more commands to replace 3 layers below the surface with dirt and granite. This imitates the real geological structure of soil that can be observed in nature. If you dig deep enough into the ground, you will discover different layers of rock of various composition and age. Granite adds visual variety to the island structure. In nature, rock formations are rarely uniform. There are always inclusions of different minerals. The pinkish hue of granite contrasts beautifully with the gray tones of regular stone. The layering makes the cross-section of the island more interesting when viewed from the side. The layer structure now fully matches the natural model. On top is the fertile layer with grass. Below that is regular dirt mixed with granite, and deeper are stone formations. This approach demonstrates understanding of geology and attention to realistic details. Moving on to work on the lower part of the island, I use a command to replace some of the cobblestone with granite in certain zones. This will add color variety to the bottom of the island. Granite has a pleasant pinkish hue that effectively breaks up the monotonous gray tones of stone. Color variety is critically important in construction. Monotonous builds made of one material quickly tire the eye and look boring. Even small inclusions of another color or texture significantly improve perception. Professional builders always think about the color palette. Now I switch to manual work. This is also an important part of the process. I replace dirt blocks in the lower part of the island with cobblestone. Dirt should not be at the very bottom of the island. This is illogical from the standpoint of geology and physics. Stone is significantly heavier and denser than dirt. This is why stone formations are always located below the soil layer. Cobblestone, with its characteristic uneven texture, is perfect for depicting weathered rock. Such stone looks ancient and natural, as if it has been exposed to wind and rain for centuries. Now, I need to remove all auxiliary pillars made of dirt and granite. These temporary structures were necessary for precise positioning when using commands. They served as reference points and helped control the boundaries of editing. But now, they only spoil the overall appearance of the build. The base of the island is completely ready and looks impressive. The hemisphere with proper geological structure makes a striking impression. It looks both massive and natural, like a real piece of earth torn from the surface by magic. Now, I can begin construction on the surface. A village house in traditional style would be perfect for a floating island. Such a house will create an atmosphere of coziness and show that this sky refuge is inhabited. Imagine living on a floating island, away from the bustle of the world below, surrounded by clouds. That would be magical. I begin house construction with a stone foundation. Stone provides a strong and reliable foundation for the entire structure. Stone also protects wooden elements from direct contact with the ground. In real construction, a stone foundation performs a vital function. It prevents wood from rotting due to soil moisture. This is a practical architectural solution proven by centuries of building practice. Our ancestors quickly understood that wood touching the ground quickly deteriorates. Therefore, in all traditional cultures, houses were built on stone or brick foundations. I am following this proven wisdom. I build the walls from oak planks. This is a classic material for a cozy home. Oak planks have a warm brown hue that creates a pleasant, homey atmosphere. Wood also has good thermal insulation properties, although in Minecraft, this has no practical significance. But visually, wooden walls look warmer than stone ones. Wood is significantly lighter than stone, so it makes sense to use it for upper parts of the structure. This reduces the overall load on the foundation and visually lightens the build. A heavy stone house on a floating island would look strange and violate logic. Wooden walls seem more appropriate in the skies. For support pillars, I use oak log, meaning whole oak logs. Logs are significantly stronger than planks and can support serious roof weight. Vertical logs at the corners of the house create a frame structure. This type of construction was typical of medieval European architecture. The contrast between smooth wall planks and textured frame logs adds visual interest. Different textures of the same material make the build more lively and interesting. This is an important design principle, applicable not only in Minecraft, but also in real architecture. I fill the windows with glass pane. Glass panes are significantly thinner than full glass blocks and look much more realistic. Thick glass blocks look like ice cubes, while thin panes resemble actual window glass. Details matter. Windows let natural light into the house, which is important for comfortable living. A dark house without windows would be gloomy and uncomfortable. Window placement is symmetrical relative to the center of the facade. Symmetry creates a harmonious and balanced appearance of the building, pleasant to the eye. Moving on to constructing the roof. This is one of the most important elements of a house. I use a combination of stone brick stairs and oak stairs to create an interesting roofing pattern. The combination of stone and wooden stairs creates an attractive pattern with alternating colors and textures. Stairs are perfect for building roofs thanks to their angled shape. They create a natural slope that water could flow down. The angle of roof pitch is important for drainage in real construction. In Minecraft, rain does not create such problems, but visually, the correct pitch looks convincing. Stone brick stairs give the roof a sense of solidity and durability. Stone tiles were widely used in medieval times for roofing important buildings. They were more expensive than straw or wood, but lasted significantly longer. A stone roof also protected against fires, which was critical in those times. Oak stairs at the edges of the roof soften the transition between roof and walls. The wooden elements create a sort of cornice protecting the walls from flowing water. A two-tone roof looks significantly more refined and interesting than a single-color one. Material variety enriches visual perception. In front of the house, I build an awning to protect the entrance area. The awning will shelter the entrance from rain and sun. I use cobblestone wall and oak fence as support elements. Cobblestone wall is more massive and thicker than regular fence, creating a sense of reliability and solidity. Oak fence adds lightness and elegance to the overall composition of the awning. The combination of massive stone and light wooden supports looks more interesting than a row of identical posts. Variety creates visual rhythm and makes the build more lively. On top of the awning, I place oak trapdoor as a covering. Trapdoors in horizontal position beautifully imitate a wooden deck or lattice. This is an interesting decorative solution often used by professional builders. Trapdoors let light through, but create pleasant shade at the entrance. The awning performs an important architectural function. It protects the door from precipitation and creates a cozy transition zone between outside and inside. It is like a small porch where you can stop before entering, shake off dirt, or simply enjoy the view. Such details make a house truly lived in. Under the windows, I place grass blocks, creating a base for flower boxes. This is a classic decorative element of traditional European architecture. Flowers under windows can be seen in any village in Bavaria, Switzerland, or Austria. They add brightness to the facade and speak of the owner's care. On the edges of the dirt blocks, I install oak trapdoor in vertical position. The trapdoors form neat containers, hiding the unattractive sides of the dirt. This gives the structure a finished and professional look. Without these trapdoors, the dirt would look crude and unfinished. On top of these improvised boxes, I plant flowers of different types and shades. Red, yellow, white flowers create bright accents on the facade. They bring the strict lines of architecture to life and create a visual connection between the building and the island's nature. Moving on to interior finishing of the house. Inside, I complete the ceiling with oak planks. A wooden ceiling creates a warm and cozy atmosphere inside the room. It also hides the roof structure, which may look messy from inside. A smooth wooden ceiling makes the interior complete. I lay the planks neatly and evenly, so the ceiling is impeccable. The ceiling height is sufficient for comfortable movement. In Minecraft, a character is almost 2 blocks tall, so the ceiling should be at least 3 blocks above the floor. I change the floor in the lower part of the room from regular stone to stone brick. At the entrance, I install dark oak door. Time for furniture. I place a bed, nightstand and lamp, chests, furnaces, crafting table with cactus. Nearby, I place a brewing stand and cauldron with water, bookshelves, and enchanting table. On the wall, I hang a painting, returning to exterior finishing of the house. In front of the entrance, I add decorative elements from cobblestone and cobblestone stairs. Cobblestone stairs create a smooth and convenient transition from the door to ground level. This is practical for entering and exiting the house. No need to jump from the threshold. Regular cobblestone blocks form a small platform in front of the entrance. The house looks excellent against the blue sky and clouds. The proportions of the building are balanced. I plant several trees of different types to create a varied landscape. Jungle tree will add exotic flair and significant height. Oak tree is reliable and classic. Birch tree with its characteristic light trunk will create an interesting contrast with other trees. I use bone meal to grow grass and flowers across the entire island's surface. Tall grass and colorful flowers fill the empty space between trees and house. This creates a sense of living nature, an inhabited place. The island stops looking artificial and acquires a lived-in appearance. Now, I create a body of water on the island for additional visual interest. I dig out a depression in the ground of appropriate size and shape. The pond should not be too large so as not to take up too much space on the island, but too small a body of water would look insignificant. On the bottom of the depression, I lay sand blocks. Sand imitates the sandy bottom of a natural pond or lake. In nature, sand is often found at the bottom of water bodies, brought by currents. Light sand also brightens the water visually, making the pond more attractive and less gloomy. I pour water into the prepared depression. Water fills the space and creates a beautiful reflective surface. I level the bottom, removing extra blocks to create a smooth, natural shape. The pond should look as if it formed naturally, without sharp right angles. I make an opening in the edge of the island, connecting it to the pond. This is the key moment for creating a waterfall. Water finds a path and starts flowing down through the opening formed. The result is a long waterfall falling from the floating island straight into the void below. The waterfall adds dynamics to the static build. The final touch for the lower part of the island. This is an important detail that will complete the image. I place vine on the stone blocks of the base all around the perimeter. Vines begin hanging down, creating a beautiful effect of a green curtain. Hanging vines create a sense of age and some abandonment, as if this island has been floating in the sky for hundreds of years and nature is gradually taking over even its stone foundation. This adds story to the build, hints at its long history. Vines also soften the sharp edges of the stone base. Without them, the transition from stone to air would be too abrupt and unnatural. The green of the vines adds color to the gray and brown tones of the lower part of the island. They create a visual connection between the green top and the stone bottom. Great! My Skyblock Island is ready. It's time for me to show it to the guys.
What? Yay!
Wow, JJ, you've got a wonderful Skyblock Island. It has a nice, cozy house, lots of greenery and water, an ideal place to live.
Thank you, guys. I am very glad that you liked my building. Friends, be sure to write in the comments whose building you like the most. Well, I think it's time for us to finish.
Yes, JJ, you're right.
Subscribe and like. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, dear friends. The weather is just wonderful outside today. I wonder what adventures await me today? It's weird. Mikey usually comes to me by himself in the morning. Oh, there he is. What is he doing? I am also interesting. Let's find out what he does.
Mikey, round! I woke up today with a clear desire to surprise JJ, so I want to build a cloud sky house. I'm starting construction. To begin with, I build a pillar of white wool, remove excess blocks from below, build the base of my cloud sky house. Now I start building its walls. I make its shape look like a cloud, so I make its corners uneven. The base in the form of a cloud is ready. Now I'm putting oak wood on top. I'm building up the lower part of the house with boards. I'm starting to cast its walls, leaving empty spaces for windows. I'm putting wood on top. I'm rebuilding a little. I'm putting glass in the windows. Now I'm starting to build the cloud sky house roof out of wooden steps. Putting them on the other side. Now I'm combining both sides of the roof. Building up the voids at the back and front. I put a door at the entrance. Now I'm putting a ladder in the back so that even mortals can reach my house. Great! My cloud sky house is ready.
Wow! Mikey, you've got a great cloud sky house. Well done! Why did you decide to build it early in the morning?
Thank you, JJ. But it's not too early. You slept too long. I was bored, and I decided to build something interesting.
Okay, Mikey, you really did great. Maybe I should try it too.
It would be cool, JJ. Look, there's also Banana Kid.
Oh, do you like this house? Do you want to build a cloud sky house with us? Then, let's go quickly. We'll find a place for you. This is where you can build your building. Are you ready? Then go ahead.
Wow, Banana Kid, your cloud sky house is so cool. Where did you learn how to build like that?
I totally agree with Mikey. You did just great.
JJ, it's time for you to build your cloud sky house.
Okay, then let's run to the place.
JJ, good luck to you. We went to watch cartoons.
Thanks, guys. Then I'm starting. JJ round. I'll need golden cloud blocks to build it. I'm starting construction. To begin with, I fly up to such a height and place a block here with the help of a command. Great! Now I'm starting to build my house out of cloud blocks. I'm enlarging its base. I'm putting end stone bricks on top, building the outline of my cloud sky house. Putting doors in front. Completing the outline of the house. Now I'm putting cloud blocks outside to hide all the bricks. Inside the house, I build up its floor with bricks. And I do the same with the walls. I'm starting to build a rainbow roof from above. First, I put up steps made of red concrete, now of orange, yellow, lime. Oh, and there's not enough for all the colors of the roof. Very sorry. Then I put the light blue one on the very top of the roof. And on this side, I'm already starting to build from blue concrete purple, as well as purple and pink. I build up the voids on the sides with blocks. I put red and pink slabs here. And I do the same on this side. Inside, I'm starting to build up the ceiling of the house with end stone bricks. I'm covering the voids in the walls with rainbow glass in front. And I'm building up everything with bricks on the other sides. Time for furniture. I put up a bed, a bedside table, and a lamp. Wardrobes for clothes and shoes. A TV. A sofa. I make windows here and insert glass. Well, now I'm starting to build a cloud on which my house stands. To do this, I'm using cloud gold blocks again. You didn't think that thin layer of cloud under the house would withstand it, did you? Haha! I'm going to build the most reliable support now. I'm building the outline of my cloud from below, building up the voids with blocks. From the bottom, I start building the base of the cloud, then I make my way inside. Here I level the floor with the help of cloud blocks. I also finish building the walls. I'm building my entire cloud in blocks. Now I use blue cloud blocks, start building small clouds near my house, add them on both sides, and do the same on this side. Now I'm building raindrops from clouds out of glass. It turns out very nice. I do this with every cloud. Now I'm putting invisible blocks on the side and putting a rainbow ladder on them. Great! My cloud sky house is ready. It's time for me to show it to the guys.
Wow, JJ, you've got a wonderful cloud sky house. I like it.
Thank you guys. I am very glad that you liked my building. Friends, be sure to write in the comments whose building you liked the most. Well, I think it's time for us to finish.
Yes, JJ, you're right.
Subscribe and like. Bye-bye.